Welcome to the Mental Health Show. My name is Shamika Samuels. I'm just happy because I'm wearing one of my samples of basketball wellness, and it's kind of like good for me to come on the studio and just share with you guys the very important news of the day. So today is a good, absolutely good day for me to show myself as development of my mental health and my mental well-being. I just love the day. I love to come on the studio and just feel happy and feel good and grace of my life and everything like that. And the one thing about it is like, listen to me, and I'm gonna listen to it. Oh, y'all want to hear the announcement? Okay, so this 2026, the year of 2026, this is a year of growth and community, right? I just like to say that growth and community. It's about being involved in the community and growth in the community. And the issue is growth. And why I look at it this way is my basketball wellness event is coming up soon. And and the person that inspired me to be on a guest, I just want to give a shout out to Emery. I was on a guest of her show, and I was talking about certain topics that I was talking about on the show, and development of my mental health well being is that when I develop myself is more than bringing up beginning a future with life, and with the strides of life. So let's get into the episode. And before we get into the episodes of today's episode, I want to talk to you guys about mental health. And with the reason why we deal with mental health is that you're grieving differently of yourself. You're grieving like one of another situation you're grieving. And I just want to give her encouragement to Julita because she just lost her sister, and her sister died of cancer. And given that grief that she's going through was kind of like rough. And basketball wellness, because her sister used to work at Barclay Center, and I'm a big fan of Barclay Center. Big up to Barclay Center, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like if it wasn't for Julia's sister, I wouldn't have a show today. I wouldn't have a brand that she could be a part of. You feel me? And I think about basketball wellness as a rebirth of my life and how my life took place. And I remember this memory because I'm gonna share it on my show. I remember this memory of Julia's sister when we was by my aunt's house, and I said when I grow up I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to build my own line, and I did say that. And I learned about being independent of life, and I thought about this name called basketball wellness. And as her sister Monette just lift up my spirits a lot. She actually inspired me to do basketball wellness, and I would like to share this great news that I want to share with you. Basketball Wellness will be featuring Jalita's sister Monette, where I'm going to have a event where I'm gonna bring her picture, and we're gonna have a table lined up with my sample, with my designs, um and also I just want to big up to Jaquan, my cousin. He came to the funeral and he spoke on my behalf. And one of the things he said in the message, he said we all should come together and do an event together where everybody should be included, and you could volunteer and you could be able to join in that holy matrimony of faith. And I think about it all the time. Like it's like when you look at it, when you look at your life and how your life maintain of what it is, I could say join in holy matrimony. And I like how he talked because I was watching the video, and I was watching on YouTube. I said join in holy matrimony, and I think about what he said. And I thought about it when I was at work on Friday. I thought about it, and I said to myself that if I could be somebody in my life, who I will become a great inspiration. I'll become a great entrepreneur. I'll become a good inspiration to people that will build them up and deliver them from what they're going through. And it's hard to lose somebody, and you're grieving so hard and you're depressed all the time. And it's like, look, nah, it's time for me to let that person go and let me live life. You know what I'm saying? So I could be able to understand the purpose of why I'm here, you know? So coming soon, I'll be doing kids. I'll be interviewing about. I will be hosting an audition right here in the studio, where you could bring your kids, and I'm gonna be looking at for volunteers for the fashion show, for the Basketball Wellness Fashion Show Gala, and we're gonna be having the gala right here at Eminem, and I'm just so excited about the gala because I'm gonna be introducing a new line called y'all talking about okay basketball wellness. Yeah, we have another one coming out too. It's called oh yeah, I don't want to know the other one. All right. So it's called. I named this after because Julia's sister Monette was a warrior. Let me finish. She was a warrior. You know what I'm saying? She was a warrior. She was a warrior, and a warrior mean that she was a inspiration to people's lives. You know what I'm saying? So I want to name this line called Warrior of Faith. And that was the one I was thinking about, warrior. So it's a part of basketball wellness is the slogan Warriors of Faith. And I like the word warrior because children are warriors of faith. You feel me? So mental is basically about warriors and faith. And I'm gonna be honest with you about that because I realize when I'm building up basketball wellness, I'm building up warrior and faith together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna leave a person hanging because my warrior, my faith is not in vain. But my faith is in basketball. And that's the reason why I looked at it that way. So let's get into the inspiration of this message and this episode that will develop. And the title of it, y'all need to write this down. The title of it is Development of Your Mental Health Well-Being to Grow in Your Community. And where you come in your community means where you live at. I ain't say you're living down a Gun Hill Road now. It's where you live at. I'm with the Gun Hill Road. Yeah, y'all on Gun Hill Road. Come on, we gonna come back to community. You know what I'm saying? We coming back to community. From saying we not on Gun Hill Road back down on White Plains Boulevard. I'm gonna make y'all laugh, right? So yeah, so today we're gonna be, we're gonna be in a mindset of community, right? So welcome everybody to the show, and today's episode of Community Mind Soul. Today we're gonna be talking about powerful development of your mental health well-being to grow in your community and to make it a success. Oh yeah, that's a good one. So did you know mental health well-being is not only about surviving stress, it's about learning how to heal and to build confidence and support others and create a stronger community together. Let's talk about that part. So when Jaquan talked about building up, coming together as building a strong community, he meant, I'm going to add on to what he said, he meant by not argument, not argue, not be disconnected, always come together. And the reason why I said come together is like you can't be stressed because a person gone. You gotta rejoice and be a warrior. And that's how it is. You gotta be a warrior. Because when you're a warrior, you gotta conquer the world as a warrior. You can't just walk onto Babylon Road and say, all right, make a Babylon and make a be a warrior. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come to agreement with your mental health for you to understand that being a warrior is about manifesting your faith with your mental health. And sometimes your faith doesn't come by what? Your faith come by hearing, but when you hear something, you gotta go out and fetch it. You know what I'm saying? Let me say it one more time. Your faith doesn't come in vain. You gotta go out there and fetch it. You know what I'm saying? And when you be a warrior, you gotta be called into that warrior battlefield. And I'm gonna say it one more damn time because y'all really wanna hear this. All right, hear it. Y'all gonna hear it now. All right, so I'm gonna tell you this one more time. Your faith and your warrior battlefield is gonna come like a hitch on your backside. You know what I'm saying? Because when you and I did not like, and I'm gonna say this because I want you to hear this part. Say I did not like the way. And let me say I'm gonna say it because Jalea need to hear the truth. I did not like the way at her sister's funeral when she's grieving over her sister. You're gonna stand there, stand on the mic, and talk about this and that, and and spend the whole night, spend the whole we not listen, spend the whole service talking about you push Monet out your vagina and you push her out the floor. No, we gonna rebuke that. Cause let me tell you that. Let me tell you the situation. You say good things about the warrior. You don't need to go all over the business with the warrior. You gotta say one thing. She was a warrior. You know what I'm saying? I did not like that. How her mother came on the thing with the mic, and Jelena wasn't gonna take the mic. I said, listen, she should not be doing that. That's very unprofessional what you're doing, because you're not being a warrior, being a hypocrite. And I'm gonna say it one more time. You're being a hypocrite because when you're trying to grieve with somebody, your well-being is about growth and being a warrior. But I'm not going to come there and sit there and talk bad things about the warrior. Because if you're a warrior in your mental health, you got able to build up yourself in a different direction. I did not like that because you're not mentally able to understand where a person is grieving. You know what I'm saying? If a person is grieving for somebody, you can't just come on the damn stage and look like a damn idiot and talk about you push Monet out your vagina. That don't mean nobody don't need to know that. That's you know what I'm saying? I did not like that though, and I was gonna tell Auntie Maya I did not like that, cause that was kind of hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be talking the person's business out and the people. You cannot be doing that, and you wanna sit there and think that okay. She was a warrior. You gotta say something nice about a person. Don't be going on the stage talking about, I pushed this child on the floor at my house. Nobody don't need to know that. You're not thinking clearly what you're talking and how you're talking. And I didn't like that. And I was gonna express I did not like that because that was kind of weird. And I walked over to her at the view and I walked up to her and I said, I'm very sorry for your loss and whatever like that. But when it come onto Monet, I'm here for her. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to come up in a funeral and act like a bunch of hypocrites. And that's all it was. It was not about Monet. It was more about herself. And I did not like that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it on my show because I feel like this is the show where you could have a freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? And not about being grieving over somebody that you lost. It's about being a warrior. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, I'm not gonna say it like Monet loved me, and I said it my piece. And I said she loved me, and she's been watching my show from since I started the show, and she's a big fan. I'm the ladies' man. I'm the ladies' man, and all the girls like me, but I only have one. You know what I'm saying? I have a Jamaican one. You know what I'm saying? I don't have three. I have one. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, you cannot be doing that at a person's funeral, laying in the coffin, and you're going to talk about you push the child out your thing. What type of thing you doing? Nobody don't need to know your business. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And when you learn about healing, it's about building confidence. It's not about talking about somebody's pushing a child out their vagina. Nobody don't need to know your business. Come on, stop talking about you push somebody out your vagina. Talk about the good part you have with the person. Stop talking about all those things. I did not like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not taking it into accountability. What you're doing, it could reflect others that attended the funeral. You don't look at it that way. You look at it as and the one thing I didn't like, you're going to kiss the dead person. Take a picture of the person's face. Don't do that. Come on. You don't have no respect for the dead. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that type of respect because you're not building a strong community of confidence of a person that's trying to grieve. Don't be doing that. Come on. You're not thinking clearly what you're doing. I did not like that. You feel me? Because she was a warrior and she growth on community. She built on community. And you could build on somebody and talk about all this and that. Nah, come on. Be professional. Act like you got some damn sense. I'ma say it again. Act like you got some damn sense. You cannot be doing that and expect for somebody to grieve to come and support you at your event and you're gonna act like a dum dum. You know, so stop acting like a dum dum and start acting professional. And I walked over to her and I said, "Listen, I'm very sorry. If you guys need to talk to somebody, I'm here to help you. You feel me? I'm not here to judge a person. I'm here to help you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna judge Jaleel. I'm here to help her. You know what I'm saying? Because I went through it, and I could relate to her. When I lost my grandma, I went through it too. I ain't going to funeral and cause a scene. I ain't talking about my grandma married a gay man to get her kids up here. I wouldn't say that. No, would I say it? Yeah. She had to. You know what I'm saying? I will not say that because you cannot be able to understand what it is. But I'm gonna be real with you. You can't be saying certain things to get the people to understand your grief. You know what I'm saying? But when you're built on community, you cannot develop a mental health well being. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh no, come on. Like I wanna go to the funeral and say, my grandma married a gay man to bring her kids up here. Yeah, she did. She had issues with immigration, but she brought her kids up here through married a gay man. But would I say that would I say that at the funeral? No. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand, you cannot say certain things to people and think it's okay. No. You know what I'm saying? That's not being supportive of a person that's trying to grieve for somebody of their mental health. You cannot understand. You cannot be able to be a person emotionally and spiritually because when you're emotionally with and you're closer to that person, you're emotionally there for that person. You cannot be talking about certain things that I did not. Like I said, I did not like the way how that situation went. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I went to the viewing because I didn't want to sit there and listen to um Jaquan's grandmother say certain things that was I'm gonna say that's freaking rude and it's disrespectful to her daughter that's trying to grieve over her sister. That was kind of rude and disrespectful. You will not have your family member come up to and take a picture of somebody that is lying in a coffin, being in peace of her spirit. You know what I'm saying? You can't be doing that. And you're disrespectful towards that person. That's kind of rude. And you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not supporting a person or build up a confidence of somebody because you're disrespectful and rude and you're trying to heal and grieve. Don't be doing that to try to get a trophy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm trying to get a trophy, I'm gonna get a trophy by walking across the street, look at her, and then I'm gonna walk like this. I'm gonna walk across the street and look at her and say, listen, I'm sorry, and I said my piece. You know what I'm saying? But other day, like I told Michelle, I said, listen, even though I said my piece, I'm not gonna go back there. You feel me? I said my piece, but I'm not gonna go back there because at the end of the day, you can't love a person and then talk bad about the person and think that the person did something wrong to you. Don't do that, man. Come on. You gotta be able to show respect because if you don't respect the person's space and grieve, you're not gonna be able to build up your own legacy. What the legacy is about, and that's the reason why I named this Basketball Wellness because of Jaleeda's sister Monet because she worked at Barclays Center, and that's how I came up with the concept of Basketball Wellness. And I'm gonna share it too at the event how Basketball Wellness dropped. and I wanted to do a surprise that will help Jalita. And I thought about it when I came home, and I said to my mother, I would like to build Monet's legacy. And I told my mother, I said, I want to do something to remember Monet by, because Monet was a warrior. And I'm gonna say she was a warrior that built up. She was a warrior that developed well-being community, and she made it successful to build confidence and help each other learn how to heal. And that's what it is. It's to learn how to heal. Yeah. You can't learn how to go heal back. I got here run. No. You have to learn how to heal in your own pace. You understand what I'm saying? When I heard she got sick, I was at work. The Thursday night I was at work, and I came home at like 11 o'clock. And when I came home that night, my mom told me. I said, "What happened? What happened?" And she told me that the beginning of the year, she told me that Monet had cancer. And I said, "Oh, I didn't know she had cancer. I didn't know she was diagnosed with cancer." And I said, "You know what, God?" I said, "You know what, God? You're gonna she's gonna beat it." And she took her last breath on April 29th, 2026. She took her last breath. And I said to myself, I'm gonna build up Monet's legacy by building a basketball wellness. And if she was here on this show right now with me, I would have dropped it when she was alive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna drop it when she goes, and I'm gonna drop it when she goes. I'm not gonna leave it. I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna put it out. You know what I'm saying? Because she was a legacy, and she's a warrior, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's about build up your legacy. It's about being a warrior, and that's what I'm gonna do. I will say I did not speak because I didn't feel like coming to the funeral and sit there and listen to Jaquan's grandmother saying she pushed out the Monet out her vagina. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? You need to talk about what she did for the community. You don't need to be talking about she pushed somebody out the that's kind of that's unacceptable. Don't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? I did not like it, and I was gonna talk to my aunt about it because I felt like I wanted to share it on the show because I felt like this was a time for me to share it, and I think that Jolita will understand that I came and I viewed Monet. I didn't want to stay at the field because I had to work that night, and I had to somebody called out, and I had to go in to do commute. I think it was assignment over by the New York Society Museum, and I had to work over that area on Central. I think it was Central Park West. And when I was working there, I thought about what Monet would have done. You know what I'm saying? And what she would have done, and she would have developed a mental well being for the community, and she would have built the community. And I said to myself, I want to build up this legacy and bring basketball wellness to the community, and that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, sir. And that's what my calling was. Build up mental health show and build up my own franchise basketball wellness, and to build my legacy through warrior. And that's the name of it. It's basketball wellness. Write this down. Basketball wellness means faith, warrior. Listen, faith, warrior, inspiration, community. Write that down. Basketball wellness meaning faith, warrior, building confidence, supporting others, and create a stronger community together. Yeah, that's the slogan. That's the slogan, and that's what Monet would have wanted, right? Let's continue, cause oh yeah, I like the show so far. How many of you like the show? Raise your hand. No, raise your hand. If you like the show, raise your hand. You love? Oh, I know you. I know you do. I know you. Oh, I know that's right. I know you do. I know. I got a fan. I got a fan on my show, and I'm gonna tell you, I have a fan. I have a fan on my show, right? She every time she used to watch my show, I got a fan, and the fan who's my biggest fan? Raise your hand. I know you are. I know you are. Okay, okay. Thank you for your support, then. All right. I know you. I know you. I know. I know. So I know. So can Jolita? I know Jolita's Jolita's watching the show. Can she stand real quick with Jaquan? I got a surprise for the both of y'all. Stand real quick, and your daughter stand real quick. All right. So This surprise is going to develop your legacy for your sister, Monet. And this will tell you. It's something more powerful that I'm going to encourage you to do, right? I'm going to encourage you to grow Monet's legacy in emotionally, spiritually, and mentally that will spread families, neighborhoods, schools, churches, and workplace and friendship. Build up a friendship. Don't no, let me say it. Build up a friendship because one of these days you're gonna learn by basketball wellness. What is that? Basketball wellness. It's about being a warrior. And I have a surprise to share with you. I will be putting Monet's on a section of basketball wells. I'll be putting Monet's memorial at at Manhattan neighborhood. Oh yeah, you didn't know. Oh yeah, I know. Oh, you didn't know. Oh okay. Yeah yeah. Now you know. So what I'm gonna do for the fashion show, I'm going to do a memory of Monette Yates and everybody that knows her. Y'all guys could come and support, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you how to come out and support because she was a warrior, and I want you to understand the runway is gonna be a runway of strength. It's gonna be unity. It's gonna be community, and it's based on growth of community. So I want to do this for you as a gift from me to you, your leader and your corner and your daughter. Is that I'm gonna build up basketball wellness as a warrior of remembrance of Monet, and I want to do it because I feel like I want to give you guys to come on and support because I think that what Monet would have want us to do is to come together and plan grief support events. So I'm gonna be coming soon. I'll be planning an event where we all gonna meet up at a bowling alley and we're gonna have fun. Okay. Y'all wanna bring up the Dillon zones. I'm gonna bring up the Dillon now. Y'all wanna bring up the Dillon? I'm gonna do it now. All right. Yeah. So yeah. So I had a surprise, and that was the surprise, and I'll share it on the show. And y'all gotta when that show airs, guys could watch it and y'all can review it. And then you guys could watch it. So you could sit down. Yeah, you could sit down now. Yeah, you could sit down now. Sit down now. Yeah, sit down now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sit down now. Yeah, sit down now. Y'all want me? Y'all want me to do the mental health show? How many want me to do? How many you guys want me to do the show? Raise your hand. All right, let me do the. I'm gonna do the show. Sit down. All right, sit down. All right. So yeah. So the only way you could develop or build it up a mental health is to build up community and image yourself in community, right? So so the question is, what is a mentality well-being? How many know what's a mental well-being? How many know that? Okay, so you want to know the answer to that, right? Many people think that mental well-being is only me not being depressed or not feeling anxious, but the true mental well-being is to deeper your thoughts. Right? Listen, it's a deeper your thoughts than that, right? So what is mental health well-being meaning? All right? Write this down. And I'm gonna talk about this one time. The first one. I'm gonna talk about the first one. What is mental well-being? What is it? So it's knowing your values. Number one. So you gotta know listen. You gotta know your space in life. You gotta know your place in life. You gotta know your values. You gotta know who you are as a person, as a community. Who you are. You gotta know your place in life. You can't. You can, you gotta know your place in life, right? So you gotta know who is your. Listen. You gotta know who is your people. Who are you hanging out with, right? So you gotta know the values of that person. You gotta know you have to know the entity of that person, and not about he say and she say that person. You gotta know what is the entity of that person. I found out from the doctor. I want to big up to Dr. Scott at the Scott Medical Center. I want to big up to all the staff members at Scott Medical Center. I was diagnosed with a genetic condition called Klinefelter syndrome. I was diagnosed with it. And let me tell you why I was diagnosed with it. Because nobody realized that I was hospitalized since I was 2. And the Kings County Hospital didn't notice what was going on with me when I was admitted in and out the hospital ever since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And the doctors told me that because I was struggling with obesity from since birth, right? And I was never depressed about my weight because I had issues with my weight since I was born. You know what I'm saying? And the true meaning of it is deeper than that because they found that in my blood cells, they found that I had low iron and low, certain health issues that I had when I was a baby, and they did not do the whole routine. I'm gonna live until 110. Let me say it right. I'm gonna live until 110 because I gotta rebuke that. I gotta rebuke those doctors at Kings County. You know what I'm saying? I gotta rebuke those doctors at Kings County because they try and tell me I was not. They told me I was not gonna live when I was hospitalized. They told me I was not gonna live. Jalea didn't know the story. They told me I was not gonna live. They told my parents that there's a second chance to pull the plug, so I was not gonna live. But let me tell you something. By the grace of the person that made me, right? Let me say, by the grace of the person that made me, I'm here today, and I'm telling you, I'm a healthy as a kite. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, I'm a healthy as a kite. You know what I'm saying? So I was 292 pounds back in 2022. I was almost 300 pounds. Guess how much I weigh now? I weigh 230 pounds. I lost 10 to 15 pounds from what I was before. I'm gonna continue going down to 200, and that was my goal, to go down to 190 to 200. And I'm gonna continue this journey with with the support of my family, of my aunts and my cousins. Them, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna live until I'm 109. I'm gonna live until 100 years old, and I'm not gonna go until when the man that was open the doors and paid my bills and that tells me when to go. I'm gonna go when he tell me to go. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's continue. Manage the stress in a healthier way. I could manage my stress in a healthier way. Because when I deliver myself and when I could build up myself, I could define peace of mind. And I could put that peace of mind into a revelation mindset. Because I ain't gonna tell me what it is that I have and I don't have, Let me tell you this. I suffered with depression back in the day. I suffered with depression. I suffered with anxiety. I suffered with a genetic condition. They told me that there was a possibility that back in when I was a kid, I was diagnosed with I think it was I had diabetes type 1, right? No, it's type 1. And they said if I didn't lose the weight, I could have ended up in the hospital with a problem. And let me tell you this, I stopped buying food in the house. And I said, when I go to the supermarket, I'm not buying no supermarket food that will cause me. Let me say, I ain't going to buy no supermarket food that's going to cause me to not live to see another year. Yes, sir? I am 30 something years old. I'll be 35 this year. Yes, I'm saying? I'm going to live to see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go. I'm going to live to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank Dr. Scott because if it was for him, I thank him. He saved my life. You know what I'm saying? He saved my life from making the wrong decision. And I told Jalea and I told her I'm going to get better. Because at the end of the day, nobody can't tell me how to run life. Because let me tell you this, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna tell you, my mental health well-being. Nobody can't tell me nothing about living life because I've been there and I done that. You know what I'm saying? And I could live and build up a positive relationship with that. You know what I'm saying? So when I build a positive relationship, I find my purpose. And I can find my purpose by growing through difficult moments of my life that I could develop. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes when I develop it, I'm like, listen, big up to Sade because she in Connecticut, Big up to her, her food make me want to slap my mama. You know what I'm saying? Her food, where she cooking, her calling is to open up a restaurant and cook like she can't cook no more. You know what I'm saying? She cooked that soul food. I said to her, you cook that soul food and make me run down the damn block screaming, let me get some of that soul food. Yeah, I was say, let me get some of that soul food. Yeah, I was like, yeah. She make me run down the block and make me say, come on, let me give her some soul food. Yeah. Sade have the best cooking in the New York City soul food area. Yeah, sir. Yeah, big up to Sade, man. What's up, my peoples? Yeah, I like what she said. What's up, my peoples? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What's up, my peoples? So big up to Sade, you know. Big up yourself, Sade, you know. Big up yourself, right? You know, love of yourself, you know. Love of yourself, man. Right. So you know, growing through the moment, right? I knew Sade through Jalita, actually. Sade used to come around the house. And every time when Sade used to come around the house, I said to Sade, why you not gonna make no soul food now? Make the soul food and make it go on, man. Make it go on. You know what I'm saying? Make it go on down there. Go on, go on. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she make her soul food, it go on. It go on to the higher top of the mountain top there. Right. So right there, me learn all for care about my mind and daily of it, right? So your mental health affects, write this down, how you think, number one, how you think, how you speak, how you treat people, and how you build your future. You want me to say that one more time? How you build your future, right? And the number two, segment two, is the community growth starts with your inner growth, right? Community growth starts with your inner growth. And it starts by building a strong community beginning with your emotions and helping, healthy, making the world a healthy place to live. Making the world a healthier place for you to grieve. Making the world a healthier place for you to respond. Right? So when you got I cut out the junk food, the pizza and the sugar. That's what I have to make the choice now. I have to all I eat in the house is shrimp, shrimp noodles and crackers. Yeah, and all I buy is orange juice to drink, and I only drink it 4 ounces of it per day. 4 ounce, right? Not 8 ounces, 4 ounces. I have to measure my cup. I can't put anything in. I have to measure my cup. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that let me read this part. It's a slogan I'm gonna read because I know Jalita listens to the show. All right, the slogan. Oh, she said, "Listen to. Oh, come on. I'm read the slogan. All right, I'm gonna read the slogan. A strong community begins with emotional healthy people. If a person are carrying untreated pain, anger, and trauma and fear or hopelessness of a community struggles. But when people begin healing in the community, it begins of what? Changing your environment and changing the way how you talk and changing the way how you grow. Remember? You want me to say that one more time? Change the way how you talk and change the way how you grow. And change your work environment, change your living environment, and change the way how you think. Right? Don't think the negative way. Think the positive way of your life. Change your what? Change the way you think and your mindset. I said, Matty, I'm talking to you. Change your living environment and stop arguing with surf. Change your what? Change your living environment and change your what? Identity intersection. That's a good word there, right? All right. That's a good word there. Y'all getting the hang of it now, right? Y'all getting the hang of it, right? So you got to change how you think and change the way how you produce yourself, right? Yeah, you gotta know how to develop yourself in a different identity, and that's what you have to do, right? That's what you have to do, right? All right. So sometimes the greater community develops a project is helping people believe in themselves again. And I want Julia, this is encouraging you, Julia. I want to help you believe in yourself again. I want to help you with your mental health well being. Sometimes you're going through Gun Hill Road and you say, all right, Maga say hello, how you doing? Right, I'm gonna be like, hello, how you doing? I want to change your life today. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about you. I want to change your life today. I want to make the world a healthier place. You know what I'm saying? But the way how I could do it is how I could the way how I could do it is build up a stronger friendship with a person. In a relationship, you have to build a stronger relationship. But the relationship can't last because you're not building up your own identity in the relationship. And let me say one more time. You're not building up your own identity in the relationship because you want to be the boss. And you ain't the boss. You're the warrior. You ain't the boss. You're the warrior. You know what I'm saying? Let me say that again. You're not the boss. You're the warrior. You know what I'm saying? All right. So let's go to three, right? The 5 ways to develop your mental health well being. Write these 5 things down. One, practicing self care. Take your time to rest your mind. Number two, sleep matters, nutrition matters, movement matters, prayer, meditation, journaling, and quiet reflection matters. And one of the things I do when my grandma passed away, I go to the pier. I think I go to the one Far Rockaway. Actually, yeah, Far Rockaway. I go to Far Rockaway. Oh, by the last stop on the Q. No, the last stop on the Q35 now. Right, it's the last stop on the Q35 right there on the boardwalk. I walk on the boardwalk over that side. I think it's on Rockaway Boulevard, over that side, right there, Rockaway Boulevard, that area there. You take the 35 and drop it right there. You just walk in. I just watch the water, and I watch the water. And I used to go to Tribute Park. That's where I go. Well, after mommy's passed, I used to go to Tribute Park every evening after work, and I used to go. I used to go there, and I used to stand at the water. I used to stare at the water, and I used to talk to her. I used to talk to my grandmother at the water, and I said to her, I said, Grandma, I said, why can I be just like a warrior? Why? Now, I said it to her. I asked her, why I could be dressed like a warrior? Why I could be dressed like a warrior to develop a brand called Basketball? You know what she said? She said, Nini, you're gonna be a warrior. You gotta believe in yourself. That's all she told me. Yeah, she said, believe in yourself. You're gonna be a warrior. You're gonna be able to do something great with your life. And I said, yeah. I said, I started crying and I believe in myself because I know I could be who I want to be. Nobody can change me. The only person who could change me is the person upstairs who's doing his work, right? That's the only person who can change me, right? But at the day, I gotta speak positive about myself, right? And I got the words that you repeat becomes your thoughts you believe and replace, right? Number one, I can't with. I'm growing replace. I fail with. I learned, right? Number three, building supportive connections, right? You got to build supportive connections, man. Like for real, my sisters and my brothers, you have to build up a stronger connection. It doesn't matter what your connection is, you got to build that stronger relationship. It doesn't matter who you are as a person. You got to develop in the matter of thinking. I could tell you certain things right now, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm back at Gun Hill Road doing my little Macarena. The, hey, all right, I can do my little, I gotta, do my little dance with it. You feel me? And I ain't gonna do that because at that day I gotta build my Macarena dance. Do the little, and then right, exactly. So I gotta believe in myself though. I can't act like things are better and it have to be better. You know what I'm saying? I can't act like the world is gonna change if I don't change. You know what I'm saying? If you got quit the smoking, the weed, and drinking, you could change that. You got to believe in yourself to change that. You know what I'm saying? I got able to serve others. I got able to make a powerful decision as far as my health is concerning. You know what I'm saying? I got to build my own life. If I can't build my life, I'm gonna end up I'm back in the coffin saying "Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya." I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I can't sing Kumbaya. If I could sing Kumbaya, I can't do that, man. Come on. I got able to live my life as a level speak. I got able to serve others and check my elders. I gotta check myself. You know what I'm saying? I gotta respect my elders because if I don't respect my elders, I can't respect yourself. I can't respect if I can't respect my elders, I can't respect you. You know what I'm saying? Encourage someone who's struggling. I'm gonna encourage somebody who's struggling. If you're struggling with a loss, or if you struggle mentally, if you're struggling with giving up drinking or smoking weed, I want to encourage you to I want to encourage you to do one thing. I want you to write your requests. Go to the pier, right? Go to Tribute Park, any Tribute Park or Far Rockaway Pier. Go there and say, "Listen, I want to do something. I want you to do something. I want you to go there, and I want you to check yourself and mentor another person that's going through the same thing you're going through. And the one thing I want you to do, I want you to build up a spirituality. I want you to not to say I can't do it. I want you to say yes you can do it. I want you to say I'm growing. I can't replace my old me, but I'm gonna do the new me. You know what I'm saying? I can't replace my old me. I gotta do the new me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to do it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to change. You can't just say I'm gonna do it overnight. You gotta learn how to change. You know what I'm saying? So my encouragement to you is don't turn your weakness into darkness. Turn your darkness into light. You know what I'm saying? Turn your depression into joy. Turn your life into belief. Believe in yourself to grow. You know, when I look at believing myself to grow, it's about learning the truth about who I am. Don't learn about what you've been in the past. Move on from that. You know what I'm saying? Don't baby your kid. Make them know. Make them real know. Understand. Make them know real responsibility. I teach bosom in this. Bosom, I love you, son. I teach my kid this. I said you gotta take accountability for your responsibility. If you do wrong, what you do when you do wrong? You gotta go get a job. What? I tell them when if you do wrong, you gotta go what? Get a job. And wait, right. So I'm not gonna punish him for I'm not gonna ground him for a month. No, I'm gonna tell him you gonna go get a job. You're gonna learn how to hustle like I did when I was 13. When I got my first summer youth job when I was 13. Yeah. Wiping the floors at a nursing home at East Flatbush, Brooklyn. Yeah. Wiping a patient's butt. Right. Yeah. Because that was not what my life will be. No. Mm-mm. My life will be this. This is my life. Not that. This was my life, right? I gotta learn how to I gotta learn how to encourage a person that's struggling to do things that you love. Do a career that you most do your talent that you most career of, right? You gotta help the person improve and check yourself. Ask for help. You know, with a shine. Strength is not particularly for everyone. It's okay. Strength is about having encouragement to stay. I need support. I need you to support each other. I need you to help others. And it doesn't matter if a person's going down the wrong road, you gotta pick them up and say, listen, I taught you better. I taught you better. You gotta learn how to teach my teachings and apply it to your what? Mind. Let me say it one more time. You gotta take my teachings and apply it to your mind, because your mind is what? Your future reality, right? So my reality is what? My reality is what? Taking my BMW down by the Milford, Connecticut, and apply it to my mind, right? Right. Drive my little Bentley and apply it to my mind. Drive my little Toyota Sequoia and apply it to my mind. Get my own place and my own house and apply it to my mind, right? So at the end of the day, I gotta learn how to do certain things to apply it to my mind, right? And that's what you gotta do. Number 4. Community suggest story. All right, video clips of a photo of local people helping each other. I gotta upload a video on the show. I will be doing it through the editing room, so I'll be editing the show and do it through the editing room. So I'm gonna upload a clip on the show from my what I'm gonna be doing on my work assignment. I'm gonna upload a clip on my show so you guys can see what I've been working on. Right. So building up communities becoming successful when people invest emotionally in one another. So a successful community is not about measuring money or building. It's about measuring by, number 1, write this down: peace, unity, opportunity, emotional support, and hope. When people feel mentally supported, they are more likely to what? Number 1, write this down: pursue education. Number 2, start a business. Number 3, becoming a leader. Number 4, Marquise, this is for you: create art. All right, Marky, let me say, Marky, create your art and build your art into what? Atmosphere, right? So when you create your art, it's about what? Emotional support. Make your mom feel that, make him express this to your mom and say, listen, mom, I want to do art. You can help me and support me through my art career. I want to do it to help. I want to do it to help build up a legacy of a person. I'm not doing that for no, I'm not doing that to hurt you. I'm doing that for love, right? So if I love you, you gotta love me and support my grind. If you don't support my grind, hit the door. Here, go, what's that? Deuces, hit the door. Bye bye. Bye bye. Right. You gotta express it. You wanna be creative in art? Express it. I express to my mom I wanna be creative and build up basketball wellness and build up a mental health show. And guess what she's doing? She took the day of work and came to all my events and she supported. And because I expressed myself in a way that my mother could understand where I'm coming from as a person. Right, Marquise, I want you to express this to your mom as she understand. You can't argue with her and think it's okay if you argue with your mom and disrespect your mom. No, you gotta understand how to express it the way how she will learn from you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's about learning from building up community. It's about being a what, warrior. You know what I'm saying? It's about mentoring others. It's about building inspiration change, right? So here's my opening question, and this is a guest this dialogue, and I got like about 50 minutes, and I'm gonna bust this out in 50 minutes. How about that? Okay, so number one, write this question down. What does your mental well-being means to you personally? Write that down. You need to reflect on this question. Let me say it again. What does your mental health well-being means to you personally? All right. Great response. Example for me. Mental health well-being means learning how to stay grounded during difficult moments and using my experience to help others grow. All right. Follow up. Number one. How can communities create a safer emotional space? Right. Write that down. Right. And then my guess is by listening without judgment and supporting mental health education and reminded of people where they are not alone. Matty, this is for you. All right, Matty, this is for you. How can you develop community and create a safer emotional space for people like you? Julita, this is the next one for you. This one is this. What does your mental well-being means to you personally? Right? Jaquan, this is for you. All right. All right. I want you to pause and reflect. I want you to pause, and this is the reflection for you, Jalita and Jaquan. What does your mental health well-being means to you personally? All right. And I want you to look at it and reflect on that, because that is going to be a question that you have to understand why Monette left the earth and went to heaven. Why did she do that? Why Monette's mental health well-being means to you personally? Why does her strength build you up and develop you into what a attitude and not gratitude, right? All right. So the honest reflection, I want everybody who's watching the show today to think about this question. Jaquan and Julita, write this down, and Matilda, I know you writing it. Write this down, because you need to take carrying it for go for you too. Write down, Kaya too. And Nephi too. Write this down. You need to learn. Y'all need to learn. Y'all need to learn. All right. So I want you to write this question down. What is another choice for you? And Auntie Molly and Auntie Kara, everybody who listening is for you. What is one thing I can do this week to improve my mental health well-being? Help somebody else to grow too. What can you do to help a person that's going through the same situation as you? What can you do as a person? Let me write this up. What can you do to improve my mental health, your mental health, and help somebody grow too? Right? Pause and reflect on that this week. And this is the closing motivation. Your mind is valuable, your healing matters, your growth matters. Community becomes successful when people choose hope and ever fear. Connection over isolating, growth over giving up. Never understood the power of, healthy and mind experiences others. Thank you for joining us today in the episode of Community Mind Soul. Remember, when you develop your mental health well-being, and help you develop your entire community and and heal yourself. And one question quote: heal yourself can become the beginning of your healing community. And one thing I want to self reflect, I want you to write these questions down real quick, and I want you to answer it on your own terms. Self reflection questions: how does my life environment currently make me feel when I wake up in the morning? What part in my home feels the most stressful and overwhelming? What other small change could I make today to create more peaceful atmosphere? Right? And number four, do I have a space in my home that helps me relax and reset emotionally? And what item? This is for Auntie Nada and Matilda and Charlie and Toti. Do I what? All right. Let me go back to this question. Do I have a space in my house that help me relax and reset emotionally? That's a very good question. And what items in my space brings me comfort, joy, and or positive memories? This is the next one too. All right, all right. Write this one. Mental health awareness questions. How does how does cluttering affects my mood, focus, and my anxiety levels? When I feel overwhelmed, where do I usually go in my house? Does my environment support my mental health or contribute to my stress? What changes in light, sounds, organization could improve my emotional well-being? And how often do I okay, oh, this is a good one. Internationally create calm within my living space. All right, next one. If in my environment reflects on my idea and mindset, what would it looks like? And what does my safer space mean to me personally? And what are one habits I could create or to change, maintain a peaceful environment? How does my living in space reflect where I'm living right now? And what positive change can I comment this week? And one of the things I want to say to you is, what are one things in your space that brings you peace? What small change are you planning to make after this episode? And do you feel that your environment supports your healing journey? And this is a close reflection. All right. Your environment is a mirror of your inner world. When you change your space, you bring changes into your mind. And this is a title outlet for next week's episode. It's called Full Mental Health Series Outline. It's a title called Healing from the Within to Create a Positive Change in Your Life. Right. So this is the next episode for next week's show. And I want to get deeper into it when I have the chance to get deeper into it. So the next episode of the show, we're gonna talk more about your inner empowerment and your inner growth and change. So we have about 57 minutes left on the show, and we got 1 hour left, and I want to share with you this. So coming soon to the mental health show, I will be posting the flyer on about the auditions coming soon, and the date and the time. We're gonna be in a bigger studio, and the bigger studio, where you're gonna come on. I'm gonna invite about 10 kids, and the kids are gonna model, and you're gonna share your name and where you go to school, and I'm gonna ask you questions and what you're gonna be when you grow up and stuff like that. So I will be having that coming up in the first week of June, and I'm gonna give you the dates, but the dates are gonna. I'm working on the dates because I have to work it out with my production team at Eminem, my staff members, and my because I'm the boss and they working for me. Oh yeah, I'm the boss. You feel me? So I gotta communicate with them for the sake of that. So this is it for the mental health show, and I hope that you guys enjoy the mental health show, and I hope that this health show give you peace of mind and gloriness in your occasion. I'm out, and thank you for watching, man. Thank you for being supportive. I'm out. Mic drop.